Here we are. Good morning, PTI Nice Daily Show. Happy Friday morning. Hope your Friday is off to a great start. My name is Alan. The pleasure of being your host today. COO of ICE, faculty member in our Fitness Athlete Division here on the best darn day of the week. It's Fitness Athlete Friday. We're going to talk today. We got a question about what does our setup look like here at Health HQ and CrossFit Fenton. So we'll talk about that later. All things coming up, Fitness Athlete. We have Fitness Athlete Advanced Concepts starting in just a week. So if you've taken Essential Foundations, you're ready to take the next step. Up your game with programming, mobility, Olympic weightlifting, advanced gymnastics, working with special populations. Your next chance is coming up August 30th. That class has just a few more spots. We only run that class a couple times a year, so your next chance to catch it is in a week. We probably won't run it again this year. We'll probably start back up January 2021. So if you're working towards your certification in the clinical management of fitness athlete, you need to take that class. Make sure you jump into advanced concepts. If you have not yet taken Essential Foundations, get it together and join Mitch and I September 14th for our next cohort. Learn the basics of exercise prescription, of prescribing, implementing, coaching, cueing, correcting the foundational movements, as well as practice them yourself and learn how to apply this information to your patients. So you can join Mitch and I September 14th. You can join Christina and Kelsey for clinical management of fitness athlete, pregnancy, and postpartum, also starting September 14th. That course has no prerequisites. That course is designed for the clinician who wants to work externally with the active mom and postpartum mom. So you can grab that course September 14th. And then you can catch us out live on the road. Our next chance is September 12th and 13th. We'll be down in Nashville, Tennessee. Mitch and I are coming down with Zach and Alexis Morgan. So we'll see you all the second weekend of September, hopefully at CrossFit Hendersonville. And then after that, you can join Mitch, Zach, and myself October 3rd and 4th in Charlotte, North Carolina. That is the only time we do it once a year. Give me 1 second here. Sorry about that. That's October 3rd and 4th, Charlotte, North Carolina. So we get together once a year, all three lead faculty. You can join us then. And then you can join Zach if you're out towards the West Coast, mid-October in Denver at the Denver Police Academy. That's going to be a fun course. They have a great facility there. So that's what's going on, Fitness Athlete. Let's get into today's topic. So talking about ways to develop and have success in a relationship with the gym. So something we do in Essential Foundations in our last week and something that gets hammered very, very hard in Advanced Concepts is how to get integrated with the gym, whether you switch and you're seeing patients there on a side hustle basis, whether you want to be full-time in the gym, or whether you just want to attract more athletes from your local CrossFit gym, powerlifting gym, Olympic weightlifting gym, and get them in your clinic. What are some ways to have success? And so I'll preface this and say every clinic is going to be different. A lot of people want to know how we have success here, and we are not you and you are not us. But I'll tell you what I think has made us successful, and some of that you'll be able to reproduce, and some of that you just will not be able to, but let's talk about some of that. So I believe the number one thing, talking about 5 things here, the first thing I believe, and I think it's the thing that gives us the most success, is that we are in front of the members of a large CrossFit gym on a daily basis. So as coaches, Mitch and I, throughout the week, between him and I, coach probably 25 plus classes a week. So we are in front of gym members all day long, taking them through class. And then we're there as coaches, but we're also there with our PT hats on, right? Helping them modify movements. And when we notice that they have an issue that seems to be persistent, or when they tell us, hey, I've actually had back pain for like 5 years, we're able to say, well, grab a card from the lobby, shoot us a text, and get on our schedule, and let's get that fixed so that you no longer have back pain when you're in the gym. Let's clear up your front rack. Let's clear up your ankle mobility. Let's work on your knee. Let's work on whatever is giving you an issue. And by being in front of these members so often, we're able to continually understand them a little bit better, understand what's going on, what problems they may have, but also just kind of talk PT to them. Let them know that we're here, that we're literally right next door. And it's been amazing to me being here a couple years now and doing this a couple years now that there are still members who don't know that there's literally a clinic next door, or even that some of the coaches on staff are physical therapists. So being in front of the gym members often helps. Now, what gets you there? Coming to class at a gym, coming to work out on a regular basis, and getting in front of the members is certainly a way to help. Coaching definitely will get you in front of members a lot more, but also just making sure that you don't become the Wednesday night 6 p.m. coach, because you only get exposed to a small population of the gym at that point. Making sure that throughout the week, if you are coaching or you are coming to class, that you come to different class periods and you get used to and you meet the different people who come to class at the different hours of the day. So again, like I said, between Mitch and I taking class, coaching class, we're exposed to the entire gym membership on a weekly basis, sometimes multiple times a week. Early morning, mid-afternoon, late evening, we get to meet those members, understand a lot about them, and get them over to PT when we think they are appropriate for PT. So I will argue that's the number one thing that makes us the most successful. Kind of piggybacking off that is the number 2 point, that as coaches, we naturally have a good relationship with the coaching staff because we are all also on the coaching staff. So we kind of have this synergistic relationship where the coaches know if they're not sure how to modify something, they can come next door and ask us. We're often out in the gym with patients and they can walk over and say, hey, what should Tom do? What should Frank do? What should Darlene do? She's having pain in her front rack. She's having pain with the snatch. She's having some pain in her right knee with squatting. What can I give her? I tried to give her a couple of different things and it's just not working. We can say, hey, try this, add this modification in, that sort of thing. And so we have a good relationship with coaching staff. What does that do? That has coaches saying our name to their class even when we're not there coaching that class, right? They're saying, hey, if you have knee pain, if you're having this pain I've noticed the past couple of days, go see Mitch, go see Alan, go see Joe Ellen, and get that cleared up. And that helps a lot and goes a long way, again, to just getting our name out in front of people so that when people have an ache or a pain or they have an issue, the first thing they think of is us, right? They don't think of going to see an orthopedic surgeon or going to get an MRI. They think of walking next door and booking a PT appointment, which is what we want, right? We want to be that direct access provider. We want to be that primary prevention practitioner instead of that tertiary reactive practitioner. We want to be getting in front of injuries and taking care of things as they happen instead of letting them develop into these long, expensive plans of care where people finally end up on our doorstep. So being in the gym, having our name in front of people is very, very paramount to our success. Now moving away, our third point here, moving away from being in front of these people often and working closely with the coaches, is that the clinic has a mutual business benefit with the gym. The number one thing you can offer a gym by being there often and being able to treat those members is that you help that gym directly with new member acquisition, so bringing new members into the gym. People feel comforted when they look on the gym website and see, hey, some of the coaches here are doctors. That means they probably know what they're doing. Definitely maybe more so than another gym where none of the coaches are doctors. They have PTs next door, I see on the website. They have a nutritionist on staff. Hey, this sounds like a place where I would feel safe and comfortable exercising. So just by being affiliated with the gym, being on the gym's website, you help a lot with new member acquisition. That brings business into the gym. You also help with acquisition by being a provider who refers patients to the gym as part of their discharge planning. Probably maybe about 5 patients a year are off the street and start at CrossFit Fitton here through PT with me, who had otherwise not done CrossFit anywhere else and had certainly not been doing it here at the gym. So you think about a membership is $150 a month across 12 months. How many members times how many months times how many years? That starts to add up a lot for the gym, and it makes sense for the gym to accommodate having you have your own space in the gym, helping you build out your own office inside of or next to the gym, because it really starts to help bring in a lot of revenue to the gym to have you around. On the backside of that is not new member acquisition, but new member retention, where the members that are here, they're much less likely to cancel their membership because they're hurt if they can come next door, get it fixed, and even stay in class. They don't even need to think about freezing their membership, let alone canceling it. They can come next door, get their issue fixed, stay doing CrossFit, get their issue fixed with you in PT, and the idea of canceling their membership is not even in sight. So helping out a lot with new member acquisition and retention brings a lot of revenue and keeps a lot of revenue within the gym. And that kind of piggybacks into point number 4, where by being close to a gym or within a gym, you really, really, really reduce your clinic's overhead. So we do not pay for any equipment. We've bought very minimal equipment. We've bought some lighter dumbbells. We've obviously bought PT-focused equipment like needles and stim units and massage cream and that sort of stuff. But aside from that, we haven't purchased any TheraX equipment because we have the back corner of the gym. We have four squat racks, some pull-up bars. We have access to all the rest of the equipment of the gym in the back corner. And that saves us a lot of money. We don't need to spend a lot of money on capital equipment. It also saves us money because we were able to share the renovation costs for the clinic with the gym because the gym wanted some more bathrooms and we also needed some bathrooms in the clinic. And so kind of, again, that mutual business benefit is what has helped us keep our overhead costs low and therefore helped us be more successful in this space. Alongside that comes with just the natural low rent that comes alongside being in an industrial setting, as most gyms tend to be. And so the rent is low, which helps keep our overhead down. We know business-wise, the number one thing you can do is keep your overhead and fixed costs as low as possible for as long as possible. So by the nature of being within a gym or next to a gym, getting to share that equipment, getting to have that low rent that you have in an industrial park type setting really stretches your dollar a lot further. You don't need to see as many patients. You don't feel pressured to see 40 patients a week. Our rent here is $900 a month, which is quite cheap. Some folks are paying $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month in rent to have a nice downtown location or a nice storefront, or even to have space inside of a bigger gym. And we get to pay low rent because of the location and also because of the relationship that we have with the gym. Again, that goes back to we're bringing new revenue into the gym, we're keeping revenue within the gym, and that makes the gym more friendly as far as what they charge us rent-wise. Would not be paying $2,000 or $3,000 a month to have a table in the corner of the gym, just knowing how much value a PT can bring the gym. So keep that in mind if you're out there and you're thinking, what should I be paying to have a space in a gym? It shouldn't be much because they're getting their money's worth out of you just by having you there, bringing new members in and keeping new members in the gym. So keep that in mind overhead-wise. The last thing I think that goes a long way in being successful in this space is just being aware and accepting of the cons that come with it. That you are going to be working weird hours, right? CrossFit starts at 5 a.m. It goes all day long until 8:45 p.m. at night. And so sometimes that means patients want to be seen after class at 6 a.m. Sometimes they want to be seen in the evening before or after class. And there's usually a big gap time in the middle of the day in most gyms where the gym doesn't have class going on. And so you can kind of have early mornings, late evenings, and dead time in the middle of the day. And if you are aware of that and you're accepting of that and you can fill that time with other stuff, then you are going to have a lot more success in this space. Other things, right at the start of the podcast, super loud with music, people walking out of the gym. You heard me rush to shut the doors. So as long as you're okay with that it's going to be loud. We paid a lot of money for noise canceling insulation here next door in the ceilings and walls. And I don't know what it would sound like without it. It doesn't seem to do anything. I imagine it would be much, much louder without it. But as long as you're accepting that in this environment it's going to be loud, it's going to be hot, there's going to be people coming and going, it's not your typical quiet elevator music PT clinic. As long as you're okay with that, and you're truly okay and accepting of that, then you'll have a lot of success. Sometimes people get in this space, they don't like that there's a small amount of privacy, that it is loud, it is hot, there are people coming and going, there's people asking you questions all day long when they see you in the gym. Probably once a day I'm in the middle of a workout and somebody comes up to me and tries to tell me about their pain, and I'm bent over, dry heaving over a barbell, and I'm saying, shoot me a text. Like, I'm in the middle of a workout, leave me alone. As long as you're aware and accepting of all the cons that come with this space, I think you will have a lot of success because there are a lot of pros. You don't need to see as many patients. There is that nice mutual benefit business between the gym and the clinic that comes alongside just having this relationship naturally. And you do have a chance to keep your overhead really, really, really low. which means you are able to expand and grow your clinic a lot sooner than you would be if you were in a kind of a typical downtown location with a lot of overhead. You would need to see a lot more patients. You would have a harder time growing, especially rapidly. So keep that in mind. So that's what we talk about here at Health HQ. Again, I think if you try to copy this business model directly and take it to your area, you would have to have all the same variables in place that we do have here, and it's not necessarily going to be true that you're going to be able to replicate it one-to-one. So keep that in mind, but be aware of what has made us successful, that we think has made us successful, and things to look out for when you're looking to expand your relationship to a gym. Being in front of people, being there working out every day. So many folks reach out and say, I don't do CrossFit, but I would love to treat CrossFitters. And I say, get in the gym. Get in the gym 2 to 3 days a week. Change up your exercise. Certainly if you're not exercising, begin. But if you're a runner, if you're a cyclist or something, do your cross training and make it happen at the CrossFit gym. Get in front of those members. Doesn't mean you have to coach, but that certainly helps. Develop that really good, strong relationship with the coaching staff where there's a really good mutual working relationship. Make sure that you and the gym owners are on the same page about the mutual business benefit between the two businesses, that they don't believe you should be paying an arm and a leg to have a space in their gym. Remind them like, hey, I'm going to be having Doris come see me after her knee replacement, and she might start CrossFit, and that's going to put a couple $1,000 in your pocket every year. So there is that mutual business benefit that will then help you keep your overhead costs even lower than they already would be in this space, and just be aware and accepting of all the cons that can come with it. Going to be weird hours, going to be loud, going to be hot, going to have a ton of people around all the time, and as long as you're okay with all that, you can have a lot of success with the space. So we'd love to hear your questions. More questions on this, feel free to shoot them my way. Leave them here in the comments over here, Instagram, or on Facebook here. Happy to address them. Other than that, hope you all have a wonderful Friday, a great weekend. Hope to see you in Essential Foundations or Advanced Concepts a couple weeks online, or at a live course down in Tennessee or out in Charlotte. Have a great weekend. Bye, everybody.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to the PT on Ice Daily Show. If you enjoyed this content, head on over to iTunes and leave us a review. And be sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram at the Institute of Clinical Excellence. If you're interested in getting plugged into more ICE content on a weekly basis while earning CEUs from home, check out our virtual ICE online mentorship program at ptonice.com. While you're there, sign up for our Hump Day Hustling newsletter for a free email every Wednesday morning with our top 5 research articles and social media posts that we think are worth reading. Head over to ptonice.com and scroll to the bottom of the page to sign up.